Hello. So, I was watching a video yesterday about, you know, um, born within a background of a normal family. It's kind of like fighting destiny. I'm not, don't know how to say it. It's okay. Let me try to refer the video first. What it is talking about, and this felt very depressing because it felt like it was suggesting a situation where like I should stay on my lane and not like find job opportunities outside my country. And I'm not saying like people say I should be grateful, but I don't know. I just don't want to. Like it's like how to put it. It's like I'm okay with not being like in my religion, Buddhism, is kind of like there are many core teachings, but one of them is also like you should have few wants and not be obsessed with earning money. That doesn't mean like that doesn't mean you deny your chance of like getting something, earning method that is more secure. Do you guys agree? I think that's important. I'm sorry my speech is all over the place. I just can't. This is my first take. I'm not specifically like it's just like very scattered. So anyway, um, it's kind of like because like in maybe it's my situation specifically. Like let's say like in this kind of particular background, then people might assume like I should like just um suggest I should work like a donkey and drive, and it's like a mandatory thing to like drive cars to a job, and they feel like if I do not follow this specific lifestyle, then they say I'm lazy and should be ashamed of myself. And yeah, like my religion, Buddhism, like to talk about um not trying to physical obsession, but it's not because like that doesn't like that doesn't work when it doesn't fit my ability description. Does that make sense? Right? Like if something like if I drive a car to a company and then the boss is like very decently, if the boss is like decently my friend, right? Obviously it should still be like basic requirements, but it's like okay, you come the basic food expenses, like basic utilities, like manage to somewhat take care of these. Like basic food expenses is a mandatory thing, right? If a boss is kind, I wouldn't mind. I would be happy to drive out of my comfort zone and drive a car to the workplace because it's it's something at least I can be content and like drive to the place, right? It's like the boss is that one, and then I can do work, right? It's not always gonna be like my work is not always gonna be flawless, but at least I have something to look forward to. It's fine to be content with earning money, enough money, but like I don't want to be extremely destimulating. I think that's the main take from me specifically. And when they say like people born in a more normal family, right, or just a small family, and people should people say people like this give you a message, right? This gave me a message. It doesn't say like people actually say like that, but this at least the author gave me a message that we like I should just be just be like someone of a farmer or some of a white collar, right? And that felt very depressing because I just fight my destiny and then don't give myself um, a path for me personally to choose, right? It's kind of like you don't want to like choose something like OnlyFans. That is completely fair, right? Because it's kind of like physical obsession, but like streaming is not necessarily a physical obsession thing, and I feel like it's a lot more like making videos like astrology videos or like talking about something like this. It's rather something way more fitting my strengths and abilities. I think that's what I'm trying to convey. And like I don't know why I wrote here like Chris Heroes, a Pokemon Unite YouTuber on 30k euros a month. I don't know what is the relationship between this. Maybe I would need to like re-tidy it. But yeah, I just say something about this. I don't know why. And also like like people say I should YouTube is not a real job, and like a streaming is not a real job, right? And then people say you should find a real job, and like the other day I was like hearing another YouTuber Jack Franson, one of his videos is like 1,200 job applications. Like my sis was like 200, and it wasn't even like got a good job, honestly. So yeah, I was like very surprised, but it's not surprised, but like, oh, that would make sense, right, for my condition, because I always am a person with a strong conscience when it comes to my um, work ethic and abilities related to it, and so it's gonna be way more difficult for me. Right? My sister just very um, willy nilly, right, finding a job, but for me, I'm more serious about whenever it comes to job description, I would read it into it. There's a like kind of a good habit I did. It's like I tend to read a lot of terms and service. I usually don't read them now, but I used to read them actually, even though I don't always read them fully through either because of my Aries in the 10th house, and kind of like need to do things recklessly in order to get a good sleep. It kind of like personality and like behavior trait kind of like affects my um, willpower to like read the whole terms of service through. So, but I try to read it. Even now, I sometimes occasionally I still try to read like terms of the service as much as I can. It's just kind of way too long and no summaries really difficult. And people saying like it's kind of lazy for me to not find a job that is like real job, like not retail, like something like, oh, for example, what is like something like biomed, or something like very practical, right, or something very physical, not physical, it's like very something very obvious. And let me remind you, like both my Libra and my Scorpio in my fourth house is both are more towards the behind the scene. The Pluto, which is more like conscious and behind the scene, like more foundational, they are all more foundational. And the seventh house is also like Jupiter. So it wasn't even like I couldn't even find a job, like, because the job was like literally like non-existent in the job market. I don't think it's a job non-existent, but it definitely is on the rare side. Right? My true strengths are very rare in the job market that I have to literally go onto YouTube and do something like this. But otherwise, I couldn't even like get at least try to, at least with YouTube and Kick, I at least can try to put effort and then try to actually like, I'm not trying to be lazy. It's just that people thought I was lazy because I was just of the methods I was using. It was streaming it on YouTube and Kick, right? And I wasn't being physically obsessed. I also actually tried to consider doing a real job, although from that one, like Mr. Jet, what he said, it was like very that one. It will take a while to like find a job. Plus my strong conscience to read the terms of service on each job description is like gonna take a long time. So I'm not gonna deal with that shit. I still gonna deal with it occasionally. I just hope I can find it in the meantime, but I'm not getting my hopes up from the job street and LinkedIn at least. What other stuff? And people, there's another thing about driving, right? And people say, oh, okay, um, I personally have this kind of um, worry or concern that I don't want to gamble on my own life to like just drive a car to um, to go to the workplace every day, just to try to drive the car and then have to worry and concern about the vehicle, and then have to also like gas fees were fine, but like physically go to like get the gas, and also like having to get for my car accident. It's fine. It's like that's why it's like streaming is like a lot more effective for me, because like at least from here, the worst case is like someone might bat an eye to like me buying fast food. That's literally it. Like how much is like two burgers? One meal is like $8, and if I like do well, right, it's like I don't even need like two burgers. I only like one. It's like $4 per meal. That is pretty easy for me, right? I just need to buy one, and then so it's not even every meal I have to prepare for myself. Like it's very easy. It's for me streaming. It's a lot more cost efficient compared to something like driving to a workplace. And now people might say, "Oh, you're too paranoid about this. You're imagining way too much." Right? Imagine if native thinking, like Mr. Jet Franson from is one of his YouTube videos. And good point. It could be that one, because car accidents that are fatal are really rare in Malaysia. But here's the thing: it's fatal. That doesn't mean you might not get injured. You need to deal with compensation and what do you call 赔偿? Do you give the other person money as compensation, right? The vehicle might be scratched, and yeah, I personally don't really care about my like the vehicle being scratched that much, but like my family does, my whole family does, not just one person. And so, and I also have to risk injury, like non-fatal injuries, and like all these things take time and resources to like take care after, looking after. And so I don't really want to do. Like constantly dealing with the danger of being demanded compensation is something I don't want to deal with it. Considering I also don't really, I am not confident at all in my driving skills. I don't, I have a strong conscience, and also my skills are good, but I'm not confident. And you would always need to, like 1 in 10,000 is still like 1 in 10,000 is like how many cars, right? You have how many cars? At least like 50 cars per trip. It's like in like at least like 4 months you will most likely get into an accident. Like once per 4 months. Like once per 4 months is already that one. And even if you're fully confident. And it's like under the condition that you're fully confident. So that is something like that one. And I don't want to just that one. I feel like finding my destiny, like oh other people, like other people, they don't have to be responsible as much, and then they can just like stream, and then not, like that's why when the YouTube was were banning AI, I was strongly against it. In the first impressions, I understand what was the situation there, but like the first sentiments, I was strongly against it, because that really that one, if I verified earlier, I wouldn't have have at least a way to like actually do, like, also as well, like the second time I was like on the old channel, it was deleted. On the old channel, it was when it was like before it was deleted, I got like tried to like do a verified second time on YouTube, and I was like how am I supposed to earn money? I like already delete all the that one content, and now you want me to like views? That was not possible. Like I'm sorry, that was not possible. YouTube was so stingy about their like revenue and stuff. I get that one, but like here I'm being like physically restricted on all aspects, and I still trying to doubt. Like what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to effing do? And I'm sorry, I'm just very upset. And anyways, this is my opinion about what was the topic? What about finding the destiny about something? Why I don't like being restricted like that. So thank you very much. Goodbye.